What is going on, everybody? We got Miss Junebug and I back again. This time, doing a post-game show. Miss Junebug, let them know where they can find you.
Twitter. That's it. That's all I'm on.
That's short and simple. That's it. Short and simple.
All you can get is my Twitter. I'm just playing. That's all it. The one social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for me, y'all know where y'all can find me. Twitter, YouTube.
Huh?
I said everyone knows where they can find me. Twitter, YouTube. Always trolling the Eagles. Last night was fun. I actually.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Last night.
Amazing.
It was fun. It was fun to watch. Like I kept saying it. I kept tweeting yesterday. I was like, "Oh no, Eagles are going to turn up. They're going to turn up." I was trying to give them that reverse psychology, like that juju. So I was like, "Okay, they're going to turn up. They're going to turn up." And to be honest with you, I thought at some point it was going to happen. I really did. Like when they came back and they scored and it was 21-26, I was like, or 21-23, I was like, "Oh, here we go. Here we go." What is up, Alexander? Appreciate you for stopping by. Prime Sports, my two biggest supporters right here. Appreciate y'all for stopping by and listening to this post-game show. So, I got some bad news. Some bad news. What is up, 301 Cowboy? You haven't heard, have you? You have not heard, have you?
So I've been at work all day.
Well, me too, but I still get breaking news stuff on my phone from the Cowboys. So you haven't heard. You don't know what's going on.
Oh my God. Did we get OBJ?
No, I said bad news. Oh. I said bad news.
What the fuck?
So we got Antonio Callaway, former Cleveland Browns wide receiver, 5'11", about 200 pounds. We actually signed him. So that basically means you can just chop up the OBJ to not happening.
Okay, so who is this guy again?
Antonio Callaway. He hasn't played since 2020.
What the?
His best year was his rookie year in 2018. I gotta look at his stats. But yeah, his best year was his rookie year. So we're pretty much a nail in the coffin for OBJ. So and I'm hearing OBJ wants upwards of like 18 to like 19, $20 million.
Million per year.
Yeah, I mean that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen for the Cowboys, especially someone having 2 ACL injuries. So on the same knee.
Yeah. Oh my God. So no OBJ.
No OBJ. So I guess I won't be getting a Cowboys jersey this year.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
Buffalo. I think he's going to Buffalo. I'm hearing in the rumblings that he is leaning towards Buffalo. Really? And if he goes to Buffalo, I mean, you can almost chalk up the Bills to a Super Bowl. Not winning the Super Bowl, but getting to the Super Bowl, I think. That's just me. So, Eagles are my team, but I'm not defending them tonight, but I cannot defend my team tonight. Article 4 takes priority over a sports debate. See you next stream. Take care of yourself, boys. Yeah, this guy always comes in on my Trolling Boys for Life, and we talk some shit. It's fun. We need y'all to win. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Yeah, we signed somebody. Yes, we did. We signed Antonio Callaway, who has not played wide receiver in the NFL in 2 years. He can run a 4.4 40, so he is fast. So I mean, but this is expected of the Dallas Cowboys. OBJ is washed anyways. I don't know.
No, he is not washed at all.
But this is expected of the Dallas Cowboys. I can already hear it. Even though you and I were talking about it and we wanted him here so badly, for me, I was trying to manifest it, but at the same time, in the back of my head, did I think it was going to happen? I was hopeful. The fan inside me was hopeful that it would happen, but the realist and the way I know this team, I didn't think he was going to be here. And then hearing he wanted like 20 mil, nah, that wasn't going to happen for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
So, but then they go do the Cowboys thing and they go bargain hunting. They get themselves a wide receiver that hasn't played in 2 years because they couldn't get a deal done. They didn't want to pay Brandon Cooks 18 mil, which probably could have been messed with if we had gotten him. So here we are sitting with our team, especially after the way CeeDee Lamb went off last game, right?
He did his thing.
He did his thing. It's just so sad that it was a 31-28 loss in overtime. I mean, I just don't get it.
So if Cowboys Nation, that's the fam, and I was tweeting live, yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, on Sunday, and I asked, immediately after Dak threw those interceptions, those back to back, it's like, who are we to blame? Who is to blame for these interceptions? Is it the receivers? Is it the quarterback? And then I got like a shitload of responses, and obviously it was mixed feelings, and it was just very frustrating. And then the defense did not show up. Michael Parsons was nowhere to be found. We gave up a 14-point lead that has never happened, and we lost. And then what in McCarthy? What the fuck? What was, he never goes for it. So for him to go for it, on that last play in overtime, it was like, what was it? 4th and down, right? Yeah. So it was just
4th and 4. Yeah.
It was when I saw them line up, I was like, oh shit, they're going to go for it. Like, are you serious? Like, he never goes for it. And that horrible play what was that about?
I don't know.
Just like, I knew damn well that if that ball went into fucking Aaron Rodgers' hand, they were gonna win, and that was a great game.
It was a good game, but
it hurt.
It did hurt. I felt like, look, I'm gonna say this. I said this on my stream after the game. I said, because people are blaming Dan Quinn. Oh, this is the worst defense that we've seen all year. Yada yada yada. This and then the third. I'm gonna say this: our run defense is atrocious, and it's been atrocious since I can remember, since forever. For whatever, and I'm talking about this season. I'm talking about last season. I'm not even talking when we had Coach Nolan here. I'm not even talking about, like, our run defense has been horrible for years. The fact that a team finally went out and ran the ball 46 times and we gave up over 200 yards, I'm not blaming Dan Quinn. I'm not blaming this defense, because our run defense is horrible. Why, when we're giving up 120 yards, 130 yards, 140 yards, but we're winning the game, right? Everyone says, oh, our defense looks great. Our defense is this. Our defense is that. No, our run defense is still bad. We're just winning mass everything. And then when we finally lose, we're throwing shade at Dan Quinn and the defense. No, this defense isn't built for run stopping. We are too small in the middle, and it's been like that for years. So I'm not even blaming the defense, because the defense is what they are when it comes to the run. I mean, you didn't see it to where when do you see Aaron Rodgers drop back 20 times and they hand the ball off 40-something plus times? You don't ever see that. Ever. So am I going to sit here and blame the run defense? No, because we know that the run defense is horrible. Should I blame Dak Prescott because he threw 2 picks, even though the wide receivers could have flattened out their routes at the end? I mean, you can blame either one. But in your 7th year, when there's quadruple coverage, even though there's a big old gaping hole, we know how fast these players are. Even though it may look like a big hole, it really isn't. And then for your 7th year to be throwing into that kind of coverage, and then with Kellen Moore having Dak Prescott drop back 46 times, wow.
That's who I like to put all my blame on.
Yeah, no, I'm putting my blame on him too. And then having Tony Pollard and the other guy run for what? I'm not even counting Dak's 4 runs, because they were quarterback sneaks. So the other 2 guys attested for, I want to say 26. So you have a 20 play differential to run to pass. When this team is a running team, it's bad when your offensive coordinator does not know your team. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna let my dog in real quick, but I can hear you. So you can. So just talk.
Yeah, no, I mean, in general, it was a poorly called game, I think. Our run game sucks big time. I mean, Dak threw the ball. I mean, so much. It was insane. I can't even think of the number right now. I mean, it was it was exciting. It was up and down. It was a lot to absorb. It was you know, we had a horrible start, scoreless in that whole first quarter. We came alive. We threw those picks. That hurt us so bad. But then I gotta give it to Dak because he did come back. After he threw those picks, he came back, and he did his thing. Um, I'm over it. I'm over the inconsistency. I'm over um the anticipation of waiting for him to just really step it up. I'm not as confident in him as I want to be, you know? And I hate to say that because I'm such a huge fan, but I'm also a realist, and I'm not seeing what I want to see, from him. Um, it was a horrible loss. It was a horrible loss, especially since the Eagles lost, because that would have definitely put us up there, you know.
Yeah, it would have been a game and a half back.
Yeah.
Because they have half a game because they beat us. So they got the tiebreaker in the division right now because they beat us. So yeah, that would have put us a game and a half back, but shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just a lot that comes with it. A lot that comes with it. Aaron fucking Rodgers did his thing, you know. Aaron Rodgers came out and was flexing. Like he was just like on GOAT status. And like I said, I grew up in a Packers household. So, always been a fan. I always liked him. And you can just see him gradually just getting more confident. And how about this rookie, this Christian Watson kid? I mean, talk about coming out party like 3 times.
Yeah, but it's embarrassing when it's a coming out party on your supposedly top defense, right? When Anthony Brown should have been off this team 4 years ago, but for some reason the Cowboys keep liking him and he keeps getting burned and playing like and then he gets burnt against a rookie twice, trips over his own feet, hits his head, gives himself a concussion, and then we got Calvin Joseph, which was a bust. It just seems like that's going to be a bust. When you had, I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I mean, you had Asante Samuel Jr. on the board when you drafted Calvin Joseph. I mean, I just don't know with this team. And to piggyback off your point about Dak Prescott being inconsistent, look, I'm going to tell you this, and this is what irks me so much. And when I bring this up, and when I say this, I get told I'm a hater. I get told I don't like Dak because of his. And I'm not kidding you. And I'm just gonna say this here. I get told I don't like Dak because of his skin color and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I get it all because guess what? When we go up against like the Texans or the Jaguars or one of these softer teams and he throws like 300, 400 yards, people are going to be screaming, Dak's back, Dak's back. No, Dak is who he is. He is great against horrible, horrible teams. But then when you put him up against an Aaron Rodgers, I mean, Aaron Rodgers didn't do much, but I mean, yeah, he had what, 4 touchdown passes or 3 touchdown passes?
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Dak.
You what?
I mean, so let's just I get it. No, you're right. You're right. He's not consistent, plain and simple,
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I will sit here and say Dak's horrible, Dak this, and people will call me all kinds of names and say stuff and say I need to go find another team. But then when he loses, even though, look, and you can give the guy credit because he brought us back. I'm not going to give the guy credit for putting us in that situation and then bringing us. I'm just not going to do it. That's not me. Why am I going to give you credit for you putting us in the situation? You should get us out point blank, period, and you shouldn't be getting kudos for it because you put us there. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just me. That's just me. So, like, I mean, that is at least 6 points given up if we're kicking field goals, and that's a win. I mean,
no, it was very frustrating.
it was. I mean, it was. I mean,
it was emotional. I was on the edge of my seats the entire time, just like screaming. My daughter just laughs at me. I hate watching games at a bar. I have to watch games at the house just because I'm so emotionally invested, especially if it's my boys. And then, you got other people talking shit at the bars or just doing anything. So I just literally like to watch football alone. It's crazy that I like to watch football alone.
so yeah, I'm gonna say this real quick. I did watch the film. I saw the replays, and I'm still blaming Dak because there was 4 defenders in around those areas where Dak was throwing. No matter if it's flat or these guys flatten their routes or whatever. Especially the one in the end zone where Schultz and CD were in the same area, and Schultz didn't flatten.
Fake because from what I was listening to, Schultz did not run the route correctly.
Well, he got pushed off. He got chipped at the beginning of the route. Yeah.
So I mean, and you can even tell the frustration on Dak, but then so it was just like I get that. So that was one of my big things. Is like we always want to blame the quarterback because he is the leader of the team, and you know what I'm saying. But I do have to say, Kellen Moore, Dak, and then it was an overall team fuck up. It wasn't just, one other. And our defense did not show up.
But that's the blueprint for our defense. I mean, when we got to go against Jonathan Taylor, when we got to go against Saquon, when we got to go up against what's Cooks and someone else.
So excited! I'm so excited. That's gonna be a great game. And I'm scared. I'm so fucking scared.
For what game?
Our next game.
Oh. Yeah, no. Like, imagine we got to go up against those running backs. I mean, what if they just turn around and hand the ball off 46 times? I mean, are we going to blame the defense again for giving up 200-plus yards, even though we know that's what our run defense is? We give up 100-plus yards against good running teams? We've been like that for years. I mean, when quarterbacks are dropping back to pass, we are an amazing football team.
Yes.
And then when you're not leading and you can't just pin your ears back and go after the quarterback, that hurts too. I mean, kudos to the Packers for being down 14 and still sticking with a run. Most teams would have abandoned that run game and started trying to pass, and that's when Dallas would have pinned their ears back and gone after the quarterback. But they didn't. They ran the ball. And I just don't understand all these damn missed tackles. I mean, Aaron Jones running through piles, spinning out of control, and then running 30, 40 yards up the field. I don't get it. I don't get it. How hard is it to tackle somebody? It's ridiculous. AJ Brown in the house.
Hi, AJ Brown. Do you have an Eagles jersey on?
Who?
That guy that just popped? No.
Oh, I mean, it's a picture of AJ Brown.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a lot to absorb. But yeah, the Vikings are gonna give us a run for our money. I mean, that's gonna be insane to watch. I'm scared. That I definitely need to be alone for because oh my God.
To be honest with you, I can see the Cowboys after they lost this game. I can see them losing to the Vikings, and I can see them losing to the Giants on Thanksgiving. It normally happens. I think we lose every other game on Thanksgiving.
No, we're not. No, we are not having that type of juju right now. Absolutely, that shit is not fucking happening. Okay.
I mean, with this run defense, I mean, like I said, all they got to do
Sunday, and I hate the fucking Giants, and we're gonna beat the Giants too. Okay, we're gonna regroup,
Mm.
refocus, re-strategize. I feel like, you know, they're ready. They're gonna bring Coop out if they need to. I'm down for that. I'm down for just a change. And if these, if we cannot win 2 out of the next 3 games, I mean, like, there needs to be other changes made because we have to be able to face the tough teams. If not, we're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, change your damn quarterback. Go out and get a new one. And I'm tired of everyone telling me, well, what if our next quarterback's a bum? What if we drafted the Dallas Cowboys have not, and I repeat, have not put high stock into the quarterback position since 1989 when we drafted Troy Aikman. We have not put high. I mean, look at our other quarterbacks. I mean, Quincy Carter in the second round. You and then after that, you have Brad Johnson, free agent at the end of his career. You have Drew Bledsoe at the end of his career. You bring in a baseball player and Chad Hennings or Hutch, whatever his name is, to play. Ryan Leaf. I mean, he was like the biggest bust in football history, and somehow he's a Dallas Cowboy playing. I mean, I get it. We got lucky with Tony Romo, but he was undrafted for a reason, and yeah, he was great, and I think he's better than Dak, but at the same time, he was an undrafted and couldn't get over the hump for us. And then now we got a 4th-round quarterback who is a 4th-round quarterback for a reason, and he's still making mistakes as if he was a rookie. So I mean, I'm tired of Cowboy fans telling me. I'm sorry that I'm going off tonight. I'm sorry. It's just I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Like you said, the inconsistency. I'm tired of losing to Aaron Rodgers when I know we can beat him. I don't understand. His safeties go down. His pass rush goes down. His offensive line goes down. What's his name? The dude that got 3 touchdowns. He's nowhere to be found all season. And then out of nowhere, he has a 3-touchdown game.
Let me tell you, how great of a fucking highlight is that? Rookie year, you fucking Sunday Night Football, fucking Aaron Rodgers just gave you 3 fucking touchdowns. That's a beautiful stat to have against the Cowboys. No offense, because I'm a fan. I'm a sports fan. I'm a huge sports fan. And I love football, and I love to see these kids succeed at this because I know the time commitment, dedication, and effort that they put into it. So whenever I see highlights like that, I can't help but get excited, even if it's against my team.
The only time that I don't mind these kids succeeding is when they're not playing the Cowboys. That's it. That's it. I don't give a shit if you succeed against any other team, but I'm tired of I'm tired of it. I'm not gonna stop rooting for my Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan. I was born into this. This is what I live for. But at the same time, it's getting old. Like, it's getting old, and it's either Dak's got to go. I definitely know Kellen Moore's got to go. He's the first one that has to go.
No, Marty's the first one, and then it's Kellen, and then.
No, I don't agree with that. Only because I think if Kellen. Your OC, Kellen Moore's calling the plays. He's calling the plays. When you don't even know your own team, he said it in a press conference last month or when I think it was last month that he said if he could, he would throw the football on every down. He basically did it. He basically did it against the Packers. And how do you drop back 46 times? You have 27 completions, but you don't even touch 300 yards. And CeeDee Lamb, your number one wide receiver, your wide receiver that's coming out, right? Finally coming out, has a big game, has 150 something yards. So almost more than half of your fucking yards went to one guy. One guy. Most of your completions go to Schultz or your targets go to Lamb. Yeah. No one really else. And then when they do go to Gallup, guess what? They're horrible throws. Horrible throws to Gallup.
Did you see every time they show Zeke on the game how angry he looked that he wasn't playing?
I mean, I bet I would be too. I
was
would be too
like, every
because
time they show Zeke had this look on his fucking face that was just like, fuck. And I was wondering, like, who made that decision? Because he was ready to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, they benched him, you
like
know?
I just don't get it. You're playing against one of the worst run defenses in the league,
Yep.
and you don't run the ball more than you pass it.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is what I'm saying. Kellen Moore needs to be the first one to go. The first one to go. Because when you're making decisions like that, I mean, Tony Pollard had 22 touches for 115 yards. I get it. We had some penalties, but look at the Packers. Down 14 and they still stick with the run because we are a horrible run defense and the Packers are the worst, but yet we're dropping back to pass. I mean, Tony Pollard, when you look at him teamed up with Zeke, Tony Pollard's biggest runs come when it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, because teams are expecting us to pass the ball.
Yeah.
But we go out and run the ball, and Tony breaks off a 30, 40, 50-yard run. Sometimes he just takes it to the house. But this time, penalty, now it's 3rd and 10. Let's pass the ball. Like, give me a break. Give me a break.
Oh, I love it. I love your passion tonight.
Thank you. I mean, it's been building up. I mean, it probably would have been a little worse if I didn't do my live stream after the Packers and if the Eagles didn't lose. But I just got so much to get off my chest about the Cowboys, and you are helping it come out because of what you're saying about not just Dak, but about this team and this offense. And it's just all coming out, and like all this frustration that I have that I can
let it out. It's okay. Let it out. Get it out. It's frustrating. It really is. You put so much time, emotion, and connection to your team, and you just feel so let down. It's like, fuck, Like,
Yeah.
Put me in, coach. Put me in. That's crazy. Well, I mean, we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. We have to restore faith for sure. We definitely have a huge challenge this Sunday. That's going to be a great fucking game.
Yeah.
I really think that the way shit went down, I mean, I'm scared, that we're gonna get our asses whooped, but I feel like it's gonna be a good game. And overall, if everybody gets it right, it's gonna be okay. The Vikings are on fire. They're on fire. I mean, like that. They're just so fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
and it's another late game. So
yeah,
it's a 3:30 game or 3:25 game Central Time.
Yeah.
4:25 Eastern.
Yeah. Love it. I love those late games.
It's in Minnesota, right?
Yes, we're away. So I mean, like, it's just
we were away last year.
Yeah.
When we played them.
Yeah. Did we beat them?
Yeah, we beat them Halloween night.
Oh, okay. Okay.
With Cooper Rush.
Okay. That's right. I think I was out that night for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, I was
God, I'm just
yeah. I was out trick or treating, and I was watching it on my phone while we were going, taking my stepdaughter trick or treating, and I would see some of the people watching it on their big screens in their garages. So we would be walking by, and I'd be watching the game. I mean, it was a Sunday night game, so I only missed like maybe some of the first quarter because it already started getting dark, so I was able to come back and watch the rest of the game at the house. But I think CeeDee Lamb went off that game. And no, Cooper went off that game. And I don't know. Like I said, this coaching staff, look, I don't have an issue with Mike McCarthy as of right now. I really don't, because I'm not blaming this loss on him. Look, he went for it on 4th and 4, right? He had been going for it all game. 4th and 1, 4th and 2. I mean, and we were getting them. Dak quarterback sneak getting them, and I get it. This is 4th and 4. You can kick the field goal and take your chances with Aaron Rodgers. Score a touchdown, game over, kick a field goal. I think look, if you watch that last play, and when they do the view from behind Dak, when he drops back, there is a big old gaping hole that I think he could have ran for the first down, but he stopped, set his feet, got in the pocket, nothing was open, and then tried to take off, and then it was too late because the hole closed. I think if he would have just taken off right when the ball was hiked and that hole was there, I think he could have gotten the first down. But that's just me.
No, it was just not executed correctly, plain and simple.
Yeah.
I was taking notes the whole time. I was trying to do my Skip Bayless on, just like, oh my God, taking, and then of course they're on my phone and I'm streaming from my phone. So I really can't even get to my notes. I'm just like, special. I'm like, great. But I had taken so many notes of so many things that I wanted to say. And, overall, it was hard. It was a good game. It was a good game. It was a good game. It was not the outcome I expected. The end sucked. It is what it is. We're moving on, and we got the Vikings, we got the Giants, we got the Eagles. So it's not like our schedule is going to get any easier.
No.
Yeah.
Not with the way we got exposed in the run defense,
They
in
know
the run game.
They know our weaknesses.
I mean, I think teams have been knowing our weaknesses. It's just they just don't expose our weakness the way Aaron Rodgers did. I honestly think if Aaron Rodgers would have dropped back 46 times, it would have been a different ball game. But the fact that they ran the ball 40-something times, 46 times, I think that's what I mean. Look at the right now. Look at the Eagles. What did Washington do? Ran the ball, expose that run defense.
Yeah, because Dak threw 50 passes, they said?
Dak threw 46 passes while excluding Dak's 4 runs.
Threw 29, I think I read. 24, something like
Who?
that.
Rodgers?
Yes.
Yeah, he was like in the low 20s, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's insane.
What's insane to me is how Kellen Moore can screw up so much and nothing happens to him. Nothing happens to him. I mean, I said this, I want to say either last year at some point or I think at the beginning of this year, but we got 8 more years of Kellen Moore as OC. Maybe 7 now after this. Is this his 3rd season as OC or is it his 2nd?
I think it's his 3rd.
3rd. So if it's his 3rd, we got 7 more years. And the reason why I say 7 more years is because Jason Garrett screwed up so much with his team, but he was allowed 10 years of servitude with the Cowboys. So I mean, I'm giving the same time frame to Kellen Moore, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how you.
Kellen's Moore play calling with Cooper Rush way better than his play calling with Dak.
Yes. You're 100% right. Because guess what?
It was so perfect with Cooper. It was
because we were relying on that run game.
It was collected. It was a run. It was a pass. It was just so well executed, and I was so impressed with him adapting to him that now I don't get why we're not transitioning back, with Dak the same way we did with Coop. So it's just like, and I'm sorry, but I like to win. So I'm okay with getting Dak out and throwing Coop in, if we need to do that. And I don't care if that hurts your fucking feelings. We just have to get over feelings right now. We have to win. We have to secure our spot, our position, it's just so frustrating to watch.
Well, I think that Kellen Moore goes back to being pass happy with Dak because let's face it, Dak can make some throws I think that Cooper Rush can't. And
really, can he really? Because are you not holding your breath when Dak throws the ball sometimes?
I mean, I did twice. I mean, after that first interception, I was holding it. I was like,
I was like, oh my God, but yeah, no. Yeah, we have to really, and then, I'm sorry, but McCarthy, and I talked about this on our last show, I was so irritated with this Packer love, like this hugging and I love you, man, and you're the best. It's like leave that shit for after the game. You look weak. You know,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is laughing at you right now. They're like, yeah, this is where we fire your ass. You know, so it's just like this was his chance to really prove himself, and he fucked that off. You know,
Yeah.
potty mouth. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but we have an exciting game on Sunday. You know, the Eagles lost yesterday. That was great.
yeah, I know.
I think that the way that it ended was crazy because,
Oh, it was it was funny because they called they didn't call the face mask, right? And
oh,
Eagle
they got away with that. Like, oh my,
and Eagle fans were flipping shit. And they were flipping shit and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, that looked like a clean tackle to me. And then they're like, what are you talking about? You can clearly see the face mask. Do you not remember CeeDee Lamb getting tackled before the football came in the at the end of the game Sunday night, and you said what pass interference?
yeah.
And you said, "Oh, you're always blaming the refs." Well, it's funny when the shoe's on the other foot. I
Oh,
don't feel sorry for them. I mean, half the time, Micah Parsons is getting held on every damn play, but the refs don't call it.
every single play.
But the refs don't call it. I
No,
mean, that ticky tack little hold that Biotish had, where I think it was I forget what the other running back's name was, broke it for like 15, and they called it back. Bullshit. I mean, come on, people. So I just don't feel sad. I don't feel. And add salt to injury, Dallas Goedert is going to be out for a few weeks. I'm not laughing or happy because he's injured, because he's hurt. It's more me laughing and being happy because it's the Eagles' sorrow of how they feel, because now they know. Look, it was weird. Yesterday was a weird game. Let's be real about it.
I didn't watch shit until the literally almost at the end of the third, because I even forgot it was on. I had watched it at first, and I was like, I got busy, and then I finally sat down to watch, and I was like, oh shit, it's a game.
Yeah. So Jason Kelsey randomly gets hurt in a dog pile when Jalen Hurts scores, and then AJ Brown, of all people, this guy right here, does a little dig route where he goes to the flat, and he goes to the sideline. I mean, excuse me, and his knee digs in. I mean, his cleat got stuck in the grass, and his knee buckled, and he had to limp off the field. Yeah,
Yeah.
he and then someone I forgot. Oh, Sweat got hurt. All these players were getting hurt, and then the nail in the coffin was the Dallas Goedert one, the last one. And you know who made that play? You know who made that play?
Who made that play?
John Ridgeway, 5th round pick of the Dallas Cowboys that got cut this year because we were trying to bring someone else in. So John Ridgeway, kudos to you. You're still working for the Dallas Cowboys. I appreciate you, and I was so happy when we got him. So happy because that is a huge man, and that was going to be our run stuffer. And we got rid of him. We got hope to hopefully bring him back on waivers, and Washington snatched him up. Oh man, this team is just frustrating to deal with. But I love them. I love the team. I love the team.
No, it's a love and hate. It's like your brother, your sister. You love them, and you just
Yeah.
it's crazy. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna, first of all, we're 6-3, so that's a really decent record. Okay, it could have been fucking 2-7. So
Yeah.
we're good. We're good. We're on the right. We'll be all right. We're gonna be all right. We got to stay positive. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I feel you.
Hell yeah.
Well, I had a fun time with this show tonight. This was
Me
very
too.
fun.
I'm glad we pulled it in. We need to do post and pre because so much happens.
Well, depending on what time, I mean, I don't know what you do on Sundays, depending on what time the game is. Maybe after the game at some point we can do one Sunday, since it's fresh in our minds.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that, you know.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. I've enjoyed doing these things. It seems like
yeah, I mean, you and I got a good back and forth, so it's fun.
we are. I wonder if the people like it, you know? Do you get people checking in? I never.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of our shows we had like 15, 16, 17 people today. I mean, it's late, so we had up to like 10 or 11 at one point. I did a stream random. Oh, it was Monday is when I did my Packers Cowboys stream of when I went out cuz I had to stay home. And it was like 11, 12 o'clock in like morning afternoon, and my stream shut up to like almost 20 people. So I was like, is it better to do it like middle of the day, like when people can watch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because normally when I do my streaming, my Saturday streams, my nights, like I'm starting to realize like I'm doing this shit when people are out and about partying, having fun. Like, I mean, I've already done that. I've lived my life. I've partied. I've done all that shit. So that's not really for me anymore. Plus, I can't hang. Like, I drink 3 beers, and the next day I got a headache for the next 2 days.
Oh, just an old man.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm starting to realize like midday, like during the week, is like perfect because right now, like I said, it's late. Like everyone's going to bed and whatnot. And my average viewership is guys from like I want to say like 18 to like 45. So
Nice.
like the guys that are going to work in the morning and they're probably all in bed going to sleep. I mean, I got a few guys that are 18, 19, 20 that I know that are here. So yeah, I can see them all the time because they ain't got nothing because they're kids. But the grown men that watch, that listen, they're probably all in bed. So that's why I probably don't get a lot of viewership. But I did notice midday streams get good views.
Yeah, we could still do that. I noticed, well, with Twitter, I mean, you have to know your logistics, but like
Yeah.
I always get way a lot of traction in the mornings, and in the mornings for me are a lot more flexible, just because I manage my schedule, so I never really work early in the morning. So I've been posting a lot. I'm watching like First Take or Skip or like Sports Center, so I'm like tweeting, and I get a lot of traction. Um, I would say we should definitely try maybe do like a midday show, just to see. But
Yeah.
right, I think that right now people, unless there's like something important happening on Twitter and people really want to get that updated news, they're not really going to be on.
Yeah.
But great is that they're archives, so you could definitely go back and watch.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So, but all right, guys, we are gonna head on out of here. Thank you, Ms. Junebug, again for another great show,
Yeah.
guys. We are out.